Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Na me, una son, na pikin, una friend, Prince Charles Usadalo, the boss of music and me. Today now, we don't carry our Gidigba news coming to now. Music and me entertainment, weekend news. I will bring for una today. You know, say we don't give una this news. Every week, I will take they give una this news. This one where it come for this week now, is sweet well. So Mona bring all our children come out now, now wife, husband, Mona sit down for city room or for watch this news today now. Now do well. Will they come back? So we don't come now. The Gidigba news we get for now today. In menu, the one we fed day will be number one. We carry music and me entertainment and talk show. Weekend news carry Wakago, our late brother, our father. The one of our big legends who we lost for Edo State, for Benin, our father, Professor Sir Victor Efosa Uwaifo. We can't carry Wakago in house. When we reach there, we can't find out say preparation don't they where they want to do the burial. As music and me entertainment, weekend news carry Wakarish, our late brother house. Professor Sir Victor Efosa Uwaifo. So we can't meet the manager of Sir Victor Uwaifo. He can't even tell us say na him be the spokesman for the family. So he can't talk to us. Wait till he talk now 1 year now. So we can't get opportunity to ask him many questions. So the band manager can't tell us so many things concerning the preparation where they want to do the burial of our late legend. So the first thing we tell us, now we want to tell us so.
Yeah, I'm Chris Osaiti Eburu, the manager. I was the manager to Professor Victor Uwaifo, and now the spokesman for the family of Professor Sir Victor Uwaifo, PhD, MON, JP. Since the incident, the family, they have been able to come together as one. We've been preparing assiduously to ensure a huge success. By the special grace of God, the event will officially kick off on the Thursday 14th October 2021. And we're going to have what they call tribute service and service of songs at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. That is the Ogbe Hardcourt arm of it. And then after that, on Friday, we're going to have the Requiem Mass, the line-in state and then the Requiem Mass. After that, we will come to the house for interment. On Saturday, we will have the social. We're going to have the socials at the Dr. Garrick Memorial School opposite Ekehon University of Benin.
As the manager of the band, where be the spokesman for the family, still they talk to us, he can't let us know, say, the legacy where our God get, our father, our legend, the legacy where he live, is too many. How he take play for outside the country. Many things where he happen concerning this our papa, where he take make Benin great, take make Edo great, and all over the world they know him, he can still tell us.
The legacy of Professor Victor Uwaifo can extend from here down, from Cape to Cairo, from Lagos to Nairobi, in fact from Nigeria to the whole continent of Africa, and then it will extend to the entire human race. As the slogan goes, he came, he saw, and he conquered. Professor Victor Uwaifo has left behind a great body of achievements, done over the years. As a matter of fact, he has spanned over 5 decades in the entertainment industry. Don't forget that he was the one who won the first gold for. And to those of you who never understood, who didn't know, what is the equivalent of a Grammy award? You will agree with me that if an American wins, if an American star sells in millions, he wins a Grammy. And that is exactly what Professor Victor Uwaifo did in 1965 when Jeremy was released. As a matter of fact, they will ask with a glint in their eyes, what kind of dance is this? What is this new dance that you dance? And what is this new song that you sing? Who is the originator? The inquirers always got the same answer. The song that would do is Jeremy. The entrance and dance step is Akwete, and the originator is Victor Uwaifo. So over time, in 3 days of its release, it has sold well over 100,000 copies. Subsequently, in the next 6 months, it has sold in millions, to the chagrin of the directors and management of Philips Recording Company worldwide. Philips Recording Company later became metamorphosed into phonodisc, from phonodisc to phonogram to polygram, and then now it is called Premier Records. They could not fathom what really happened on the shores of the west coast of Africa, than to just make him the first gold disc recipient and subsequent winner of that award. And that's a legacy, an untold legacy. Professor Victor Uwaifo did not stop there. He has won several gold discs in silver over time. His works represent research, a rigorous and painstaking research that has been done over the years. And whenever those musicians, when they went on stage, those that applauded them were those they were representing. In other words, as a Ghanaian, this is my own thing. I must revere this whole thing. I must give all the necessary accolade. But when the sensational Nigerian mounted the podium, when he mounted the stage, it was like a lightning, like a thunderbolt. And he mounted the stage, held the guitar, threw it up, made acrobatic display, somersaulted into the thin air. And when he came down, he got the guitar and went back straight to the chord without missing the beat. And everybody applauded. Everybody, whether you were Ghanaian, from Somali, whether from South Africa, and so on and so forth, they all stood and spoke in one voice so excitedly. They applauded. Consequent upon this, there was a stampede that claimed some lives because they could no longer hold themselves. The ecstasy was on the crescendo when the man mounted the stage, performing alongside the likes of Manu Dibango, Michael Sparrow from Trinidad and Tobago. They played the Caribbean kind of music, that is the calypso. The likes of Quincy Jones, who once produced Michael Jackson, performing alongside the likes of this blind musician Stevie Wonder. Then Miriam Makeba came from South Africa. He was obviously the cynosure of all eyes with his mesmerizing performance. I remember the gimmick. We all remember the gimmick that he made on stage with Kim Pago. In fact, as a matter of fact, the performance was so electrifying that even General Olusegun Obasanjo himself could not hold him, then could not but give him in fact ceaseless encomium. He poured it on this man, and until he died, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo was still relating with this maestro as a result of the huge legacy that he has, that his performance that he put in place. Till date, the world is still looking back with nostalgia at that mesmerizing and electrifying and scintillating performance of his, representing an Edoma from the minority tribe, driving the majority of people. It was known mean feat, and that was exactly what he did in the performing industry. Then apart from that, we're talking about legacy. let us also look at the aspect of academics. And when you look at his track records academically, way back in 1963, he was already a graduate from the prestigious Yaba College of Technology. Was already a graduate, and when he finished, he worked briefly with the Nigerian Television Service, now NTA. And right there, it was in between the space of time that he actually had an encounter with Mami Water. And then he discovered that one show could pay him his 1 year's salary. And what happened? That culminated into his resignation. He resigned and went into full-blown entertainment. And having gotten worldwide fame all over the world, having gotten the money, the resources, the fame at his disposal, he still deemed the fate to go back to school. In 1991, he enrolled through direct entry process at the University of Benin, where he made a first class in his first degree. He was a valedictorian that year. He read a valedictory speech on behalf of all the graduating students. And then, having done that, what followed? He still deemed the fate to go back for his master's. He had his master's. In fact, Professor Victor Uwaifo sat down. He sat down with his children and his children's children in the same classroom. And his brain was still on the alert. He was intelligent. He was accurate in thinking. He was brilliant. And he excelled above all other students. Did he stop there? No. He was appointed the Commissioner for Arts, Culture and Tourism in 2001. In 2004, when he left, he came and put in place a structure that had to do with the promotion of tourism. In fact, he set up the largest independent tourist in Africa, tagged the Revelation Tourist Palazzo. The Revelation Tourist Palazzo is informative, educative, inspirational, and entertaining. And of course, the slogan is, you don't know Benin if you have not visited the Revelation Tourist Palazzo. It is his own brain work. And if you go in there, at the time you come out, you will never be the same again. What a legacy.
Music and entertainment, weekend news team meet with this manager. They come ask am one gidigba question. The matter where they rain everywhere, everybody will never hear am not dey. Concerning our legend, the senior pikin wey dey United States of America, where they call Uwaifo. Because we hear say, he talk am say, this burial, he no go green, make he hold. He even write letter, say this burial, he no go hold. Say na him be senior son, na him supposed to talk how he wanted to do his father burial. Na him, our oga, will be the manager for the band, the spokesman of the family, come tell us, say that matter don't settle. Even the pikin don't talk, say that letter, not be him even write am. But everything wey concerning that issue, he say he don't settle. He can't even use math to talk so many things concerning that issue.
The first son of the late ICOP, what is, should I use the word, the comment about this preparation? Is he aware or not aware?
He's very much aware. I know what you are trying to say, but let me put up this refuter, that whatever transpired was in error. And then, since he is our beloved son, and he's a member, a bona fide member of this great family, we understood the errors. He also have come to realize that. As a matter of fact, we never believed that he was the one who did. And through what he said, he has confirmed that he never did it.
As music and entertainment, weekend news, they ask the manager of the band, the spokesman of the family, he constantly use my talk and say, he want me to talk how our father, our legend, take get contact, where they see Mami Water for Bar Beach many years ago for Lagos. So you can't use mouth, they talk and say, the way you just see the mommy water, people they talk say a lie. So people talk say the thing not happen. Say the thing really happen. Now when our father they work with NTA for Lagos before, once he use the mouth talk and say, see how the thing take happen, because the thing not be lie and true. So more we hear from him.
You said a lot of the life achievement about the man.
Yeah.
But the one I want to know, as music, we want to know more about the what called Mami Water in country with.
If you see Mami Water, oh, never, never you run away. Oh, never run away, Victor Uwaifo. The setting was, the year was in 1967, and the setting was at the Bar Beach in Lagos. The time, 1:30 a.m. At that time, as I said earlier on, he was working with the Nigerian television service, now NTA, Nigerian Television Authority. He was always shuttling between the TV station and the Bar Beach in Lagos. More often than not, he went with his boys, the Melody Maestro's boys. And they rehearsed, they went with the acoustic, he always went there with his cambad, rehearsing through. But this particular day, he had strummed into the nest, from the night into the morning. There was a spillover into the next day. At 1:30 a.m., he welcomed the chance to freshen up for the days, to go home and then freshen up for the day's activities. As he went for the camp bed and his guitar, ready to begin the strides, when he turned back, suddenly he spotted the mermaid right on the sea, on the ocean. In fact, if you've been to Lagos, there is this torrential effect. A wall of water from the right, another one from the left, and each of them meeting at the middle, creating a big bang sound. It was amidst that the mermaid, or the what's called Mami Water, emerged. In description, she was so beautiful, silver white. Her beauty could be compared to an impressionistic art execution carried out by a famous Italian painter, poet, architect, and scientist called Leonardo da Vinci, who actually painted the most beautiful woman that he called Mona Lisa. In further description, Professor Victor Uwaifo observed with gross dismay that from the head down to the waist she was human, but from the waist down she was fish. He was stunned, he was puzzled. Momentarily, he was lost in the wilderness of words. He could neither run nor shout. He was tantamountly transfixed onto the same spot. But when he came back from the recess of his mind, as he turned to pick up his cambad and his guitar to take to his heels, the mermaid just swam towards him like lightning, looked at him intently in the eyes, and then said, "Victor Uwaifo, the guitar boy, if you see Mami Water, never, never you run away." As soon as that tidings was passed across, she just turned, swam away, and Sir Victor Uwaifo quickly picked his cambad and his guitar, took to his heels. He never ever went back to the Bar Beach anymore until later in life when he came back to settle down in Benin. The significance of that encounter is this. After the positive hit track called Joromi, that ruled the global airwaves in the 60s, there was a deserving follow-up in another song called Guitar Boy Song. You will agree with me that till date, that song, Guitar Boy, still sells and spreads like burning bush in the harmattan. That is the story. Yeah, my name is Chris Osaeti Eburu. Eburosa, but Eburu for short. E-B-U-R-U. The manager, I was Professor Victor Uwaifo's manager, but I remain the manager, Revelation Tourist Palazzo, and also the spokesman for the family of Professor Victor Uwaifo. Thank you.
As a music entertainment, weekend news team, they ask questions from the spokesman of the family. You can't use mouth, see they talk and say the road as they repair now. Edo State government, they support the family, they repair the road for the preparation. And again, as music entertainment crew enter the house of our late legend, our Oga Gidigba, Prince Charles Osadelo, the boss of Music Army, write for the condolet register to give respect, the last respect to our Oga, our father, our great legend, who we lose so. So now today, now so we will take end the news of this week. Another Gidigba news they come for una coming week. Una do well. Now God will bless all of una. Music Army Entertainment and Talk Show, all the BOTs, the sponsors, our fans all over the world. Una do well for our body. Now God will bless all of us. So, amen.